Chapter 24, Inherited Style. Hello? Is the mission complete? Jack asked, trying to contain his excitement as he answered the phone. The voice on the other end was Yuna's, but it sounded weak. What happened to you? Jack immediately questioned. Did the mission go smoothly? There were some complications on the way. I got injured, but we managed to capture the target. Yuna's voice was faint, as if she was gravely wounded. You should leave your residence immediately and find a new meeting spot. We made some noise during the operation, and it seems Vice President Sally's people are onto us. I fear she might come after you next and cause more trouble. Vice President Sally was the one who had been in constant conflict with Jack. Hearing this, Jack cursed in frustration. Damn it! How could you be so careless? That is a real pain. After a long silence, Yuna responded, I'm sorry. Forget it. Take the target to Warehouse 78. I'll be there soon. Jack barked. Warehouse 78 was one of Jack's secret bases, remote and well hidden, so it rarely drew attention. Leaving his residence would also help him avoid Vice President Sally's surveillance. Yuna hung up abruptly. Jack was slightly annoyed. She's getting bold. Hanging up on me like that. Once I'm in the head office, the first thing I'll do is replace her. Grumbling to himself, Jack put on sunglasses and a mask, grabbed his car keys, and headed out. Kiko, Big Brother will be back soon. By the way, have you encountered any bad guys at home? Hiroshi asked, holding the steering wheel of the Mercedes SUV while speaking through the car's phone system. Yuna had already called and lured Jack out. Attacking him in his luxurious residential area was too risky, so Hiroshi decided to draw him out. The plan went smoothly. Jack didn't suspect a thing. To be cautious, Hiroshi had dragged the half-dead Yuna into the car, just in case Jack called again. As for the others, Hiroshi had already dealt with them. In these chaotic times, many people died daily. Even if they were left in the wild, it wouldn't cause much of a stir. Nevertheless, Hiroshi had dragged them all into a dry ditch, cut the fuel line of one of their vehicles, and set it on fire to erase any traces. Since the apocalypse, Hiroshi found that not only had his physical abilities improved, but he was also getting better at covering his tracks. As he had said before, he was becoming a demon. No bad guys, nope. Kiko's sweet voice came through the phone. I'm at home, and I haven't encountered anything. Big Brother asked if there were any bad guys at home. Those people didn't make it inside, so Kiko's answer was reasonable. Kiko didn't want Big Brother to know that she had said, I'm so annoyed. Can't I just blow their heads off? Which is why those people ended up dead. Big Brother didn't like violent kids, especially those who casually blew people's heads off. But Big Brother also didn't like lying kids. Kiko was in a dilemma, but she quickly felt relieved. Lying? It was Big Brother who didn't ask clearly. Hiroshi raised an eyebrow as he listened to Kiko's words. Was Yuna lying to him? Were there really no two groups of people? Okay, Kiko, stay home and play. If you're hungry, eat some fruit. Big Brother will come back soon to cook for you, Hiroshi reminded her. Okay. Kiko agreed readily. Hanging up, Kiko's eyes darted to the mess outside the door. She had watched many TV shows, not just cartoons. She knew that if the bodies and the excavator remained outside, the police might come soon. I need to clean up the mess outside, Kiko said, holding her head in frustration. At that moment, she felt like a child who had accidentally killed the family's chickens and ducks, fearing her parents' scolding. She and Hiroshi shared a remarkably similar approach. Destroy the evidence. Only when the shelter is upgraded to a fortress level can I enable remote monitoring of the farm and maintain data functionality outside the farm. It seems I still need to accumulate more points, otherwise it's too inconvenient. After hanging up, Hiroshi sighed. Without real-time monitoring of the farm and losing data capabilities outside it, he felt uneasy. The first farm upgrade didn't require many points, just 8 million. At the current rate of accumulating points, he could save enough within a month or two. Calculating silently, it would be around the time of the second apocalypse. This gave Hiroshi some relief. The first apocalypse had caused such massive upheaval, making the world unstable. The second would likely be even worse. Only by preparing thoroughly could he face it confidently. The vehicle sped along. The Mercedes SUV's power was incomparable to the truck, and soon, Hiroshi arrived at Warehouse 78. From a distance, he saw a black Range Rover parked by the road. According to Yuna, that was Jack's car. He had arrived early. Clearly, he was very concerned about this matter, fearing any mishap, and had driven fast all the way. Hiroshi drove slowly past the Range Rover, not seeing anyone inside. Then, he looked ahead at the abandoned warehouse. Parking in an inconspicuous corner, Hiroshi got out. Dressed in a suit and sunglasses, he looked indistinguishable from Yuna's subordinates. The warehouse has 2 floors, with 8 rooms and a hall. I need to confirm his location first. Hiroshi thought for a moment, avoiding the surveillance cameras, and climbed in through a window at the back. Soon, he was in the 2nd floor hallway. The warehouse was empty, and Jack was likely in one of the rooms. Hiroshi paused, then dialed Jack's phone number. Music started playing in one of the 2nd floor rooms. A cold smile crept onto Hiroshi's face. He hung up and walked toward the room. Inside, Jack looked at the hung-up phone, puzzled, and called back. The phone rang loudly outside the door. Jack was stunned and looked up. The door opened, and Hiroshi stood there, waving his ringing phone with a smile. Surprised? Happy? Jack's face changed drastically when he saw Hiroshi, utterly shocked. I'm Hiroshi. Hiroshi stepped in, rolling up his sleeves and grinning menacingly. I'm here to skin you alive.